Hello, my name is David Faure and I work for KDAB France. When you implement a desktop application with Qt Widgets, you might want to be able to handle dragging a file from the file manager and dropping it onto your application, either to open a project or to add a file to an existing project or whatever it means in your application. Let me show you how to do that with Qt Widgets. Let me start with a small demonstration. On this application here, I want to handle dropping files. So if I drag this file here onto it, it will detect the drop and show the path to the file. If I do it again with another file, it will show the path to that other file. So how do you implement handling drops of files on a QWidget? Obviously, you have to derive from QWidget, and that's because we'll have to reimplement a few virtual methods. But the first thing you have to do is to enable the feature of accepting drops in general. And you do that with the method setAcceptDropsTrue. If you forget to do that, nothing will work at all. The next thing you need to do is to reimplement the method dragEnterEvent. That's the method that's being called when you first enter the widget during a drag and drop. At the time when you enter the widget for the very first time, the widget will say, yes, I accept this type of drop, or no, I want to reject it, depending on what it is. In this case, we want to handle files, and actually files are modeled as URLs in Qt. So the way we check whether this is a file is to ask for the data inside of the dragEnterEvent. That's the MIMEData method. And we ask it, do you have URLs with the method hasURLs? And if so, we will accept the drag and drop operation on that widget. More precisely, we say accept proposed action. The concept of actions during drag and drop is move or copy or link. And in here we say whatever is fine, we don't really care because all we'll do is handle the file. We're not really doing any kind of moving or copying here, so it doesn't really matter. Right, now when we release the button, that's when the drop event method is called, and we have to reimplement that to actually handle the drop. First thing we do is get the MIMEData, where the actual data is made available to us. We check again whether it contains URLs. Technically, that's always true in this example because we haven't forbidden the drop in the dragEnterEvent. So obviously, that's what it contains. But it's good practice to check again. And obviously, if we handle multiple kinds of things, we would have to sort out what it is at this point. OK, so we know it's URLs. We will now ask for the list of URLs with the URLs method. And if it's not empty, it shouldn't be, but better make sure. Then we can handle these files in the application. In this small example, all we do is take the first file in case there are many. If you want to support many, you would have to write a loop, obviously. And we also assume that it's a local file, not some sort of HTTP link or FTP link or whatever. Of course, to make that better, you would have to check that it's a local file. And then we just convert the URL to the path to the local file and show that in the widget. So that's all you have to do. It's simple in this case because the whole widget supports dropping files. If we wanted to do that only in some areas of the widget, you could reimplement the drag move event virtual method and decide, depending on where the mouse is, I will accept or reject the drag. Right, that's all you need to know for dragging and dropping files onto a QWidget. If you want to learn more about QWidget in general, I recommend the series from my colleague Jesper Pedersen. It's called Intro to Qt Widget, and it has many more things about widgets. I hope you enjoyed this video about dropping files on widgets, and if you like our YouTube channel, don't hesitate to subscribe for more videos. Thank you, bye-bye.